Allison asks, what is one unique thing that you're afraid of?
Okay, this was really sad. When we were sitting and thinking about our answers, she was like, came up with maybe 2, and I was sitting there, I don't have any. And then I proceeded to think about like 10 weird things I'm afraid of, which was so disappointing to figure out. I do not want to be afraid of that many things. I mean, yeah, but I finally decided to tell y'all I'm scared of whales. It's really dumb. I know it's dumb because like we don't have any whales here. I'm not gonna go anywhere with whales, but I really hate whales. I don't like watching videos with whales. I don't like looking at pictures of whales. I hate whales.
And then I don't really mind whales, but thank you. The funny thing is though is that I actually had trouble thinking of this because there's not I don't know. I mean,
she's just not scared of much.
Well, I feel like I am, but like I was trying to think of something unique, you know, and like I don't like bees, but I wouldn't say that I'm like afraid of them. I just don't want to get stung.
Yeah, we got chased by one earlier today. So.
Sometimes I run away.
Yeah.
And squeal. I admit it. But what I decided to say is like, kind of like the deep sea, and that kind of goes along with Michaela's answer.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just which is weird because I still have a fascination for the ocean, and I had a really big fascination for the ocean when I was just like 12 or something, and I wanted to be an oceanographer. But now it's like I don't know that I'd want to go deep sea diving, or if I did, I'd have to really like face my fear of that.
And I would not want to go anywhere in the deep sea. And I've never liked whales, so at least I've been consistent.
I don't like sharks. Sharks are kind of
which is
terrifying.
Weird, 'cause me and sharks are like, oh, okay, there's some on the Texas coast, but okay, we're fine. Like, my logic is terrible there, right? I mean, I'm scared of whales, which aren't going to be near me, but I'm not scared of sharks. Try to figure that one out. Allison asked, if animals could talk, which one would be the rudest? We had a lot of fun with this question, okay? We got to sit there and we're like, so which one would be the rudest? I've never thought about that before.
I know, good question.
It's a really good question.
I decided to say monkeys, just because they seemed like they'd be kind of, like, say annoying, sarcastic, kind of poking comments.
I would say canaries, like domesticated, because I've never met a domesticated canary that was nice. They're all, like, squawking at you, and so rude sounding. I mean, yeah, I do not like domesticated birds. I love wild birds, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think canaries would be really rude if they could talk.
Okay. Abby asks, pancakes or waffles?
This has been like the debate of the century in the blogging world, which is kind of funny, but you know. I like pancakes because my dad makes like the best pancakes ever. So
yeah, I like waffles, but I kind of feel like I like pancakes a little bit more. Maybe it's partially because I've like stayed at hotels and I've made waffles with their mix, and they don't taste that good, so it might have ruined it a little bit for me.
Jane Marie asked, have you ever kissed a frog to see if it turned into a prince?
No. Honestly, I've held frogs, but only almost being forced to. I don't know. I've never really been like, I don't know. I don't like holding frogs. My brother tried to get me to hold like a baby toad the other day, and I barely would do it. So no.
Like when I was a kid, we never heard the story of the Prince and the Frog, and frogs were playthings. We raised some from frogs once. That was pretty fun, but I've never tried kissing one. I still think kissing is gross, so kissing a frog is like beyond gross, especially since, you know, after the movie Princess and the Frog came out, there was over 100 documented cases of salmonella directly related to that movie because kids tried to kiss frogs.
That's disgusting.
It is. It's so gross. I don't know why.
I mean, like, I mean, if I was, like, dared to do it, or, I mean, I wouldn't never do it, but I have actually never even really thought of it.
I would never do it. Frogs are disgusting. You don't know where they've been.
Yeah, I mean, like, I wouldn't do it, but it's not insane to me.
Yeah, it's not, like, the grossest thing you could do, but it's pretty gross.
Is it my turn?
Yep.
Okay. Jane Marie asks, do you like pizza?
I love pizza.
I like pizza as well. I like Canadian bacon pineapple the best.
And I like pepperoni. I like Papa John's too. I was getting mixed up there. 'Cause I like Papa John's pepperoni.
Yeah. She thinks Canadian bacon pineapple is really gross.
Girl, you shouldn't put fruit on your pizza. It just doesn't taste good. But to each his own, right? This is one of our. We do not agree on food.
Yeah. Yeah, but honestly, hands down, like every time I have the chance to order pizza, it's probably gotta be Canadian bacon pineapple. Even if we go to like a gourmet place, because I just know that I like it. So
I like for meat too. So okay, Abigail, Lena.
yeah, I think so.
Sorry if we're saying your name wrong. Name 3 fictional characters that are most like you personality-wise.
That's a good question. I decided to say, Millie Keith from the Life of Faith Millie Keith series.
She's a lot like Millie.
Thank you.
That's good.
Yeah, and then also Kate Walker from Melissa Tagg's series. She's pretty relatable to me, and I can see similarities. We're not exactly the same, but there's never really been a character where I've read a book and been like, wow, that's me. And then, sorry, I have one more.
I didn't mean to cut you off.
And then I did a personality quiz for Lord of the Rings, and I got Bilbo Baggins, and I was like, what? Nothing like Bilbo. And then I read the description, and I was like, wow, I'm really like Bilbo.
And I'm a lot like Emma from Jane Austen's Emma, except I don't matchmake whatsoever.
That's good.
I'm a lot like Annette from Patricia St. John's book Treasures in the Snow. And I like to think I'm like Nancy Drew. I'm not sure about that one, but I love Nancy Drew so much I have to believe I'm like her. Seriously?
Sorry. Okay. Jane Marie asks, do you like matte finished book covers or gloss? This is a very important question.
It is. See, I like gloss because I think it looks prettier, but I hate it when like the sheeting comes up.
Yeah, it's
and
annoying.
because it ruins it. But that also means you've loved your book, so.
There was actually one book that I like peeled it off. I was like 10 though, so.
I did that as a kid too. But I like matte finish too. It just depends. I like a lot of historical fiction in matte because I think it looks prettier and more accurate to historical fiction.
Yeah, it's really okay. A lot of the books that I have are glossy finish, but then matte is really cool too. Yeah. So it's kind of either or. I mean, they're both nice.
Allison asked, if peanut butter was not called peanut butter, what would it be called? I love this one. It's
so
fun.
Question.
It's just like, who would think of asking that? That's adorable.
That's a good question. Yeah. I decided on creamy nut spread.
I decided on peanut mash. Because I think, it's like mashed up peanuts. That's all it is. So, yeah, that's what we decided on.
Yeah. Allison asks, are you a dog or a cat person?
I'm a dog person. I love dogs. Dogs love me. We generally get along really well, but I also really love cats. And cats like me too. So I'm more of a dog person, but I'm also a cat person.
Yeah. I would say dog person. Not that I, like this, I feel like the stereotypical dog person loves all dogs. And
I don't either.
Yeah, I do like dogs, of course. And I'd rather have a dog than a cat, but then I really just love my dog. So, yeah.
Allison asked, what's your current desktop picture?
Okay, so I actually got a new camera recently, and I was really excited about it.
That's what we're filming this on?
Yes, we are. And so I got a really, really cool picture of a hummingbird. And so that's awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, we might need to put it below.
Yeah, I'll put it below. And so yeah, that's the best background picture on my computer.
And I don't own a computer, but on my phone I have a picture of a purple flower that I took a picture of. It's actually above in my banner. It's the one to the far right. So that's the photo that's on my background.
Allison asks, if you could have one superpower, what would it be?
And we're doing philosophy with this one, trying to figure it out, because we're like, if we were superheroes, what would we want the most? And finally, we had to convince ourselves that we had to simplify this.
Yeah.
Because we couldn't go through the whole thing of if we were super, people and stuff. So we have to just do it to what we would want if we were us. So I want to be able to run really, really fast. I think that would be really cool, and like the Bionic Woman can do that. So and that would be useful, and it wouldn't be too weird. I feel like most of them are really weird, like mind reading.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
how-
it's kind of creepy.
How disturbing is that? I like people talking to me. I don't want to be able to read their thoughts.
Yeah, that would be too much. I decided on, as me, flying, because it would be really fun. I mean, who doesn't want to fly? Okay, there are probably people who don't want to fly, but I want to fly. And then I thought, you know, like, if I was an actual superhero, I'd probably want to be invisible, because I feel like it'd be helpful. You know, like, you're fighting crime and people can't see you.
Yeah, but I wouldn't want to be I wouldn't want to have superpowers. I
Yeah.
like being me.
Superheroes have it rough.
Yeah. Look at their terrible. All of them have such sob backstories. It's sad. Allison asks, "What's the color of your toothbrush?"
We have the same color of toothbrushes.
Yeah. Friend goals here. Same color toothbrush.
It was so, I mean, honestly, I was like, she said purple and white, and I was like, I have purple and white.
Yeah. So we have the same color toothbrush. How
Interestingly
cool
enough.
is that?
Abby, favorite time of the day?
It depends on what I'm doing. What time of the day I love. I love earlier morning. I'm not a super early morning person, but I do like earlier morning because it's nice and still and it's normally cooler and it's pretty. But I also like late at night for writing because it's also quiet and dark, which I like for writing.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I can focus better.
Yeah, for me, I feel like evening, like almost like this time. It's getting darker. Hopefully you can't tell. I really like kind of like from 5 to 8. So earlier evening. I feel like I write best at that time. And then also I like late evening too. I'm definitely more of a night person than a morning person. It's hard for me to get up some days.
I'm like the weirdest in between.
That's kind of nice though.
I know, it's like I can get up super early. I can go to bed pretty late. I'm not a late at night out at any. Yeah, midnight to 1 o'clock is about my limit. I can't stay up past that.
Yeah.
Is it my turn or yours?
It's yours.
Okay. We forget a lot. Abby asked, "What's your favorite fictional character?"
So hard to choose.
I don't know. And we weren't sure if fictional was like books or movies.
Or if it was just all around. So I decided to split it up into books and then movies/TV shows. So for movies and TV shows, definitely Oliver O'Toole and Shane McInerney from Signed, Sealed, Delivered. I love them. And yeah, I definitely love them a lot. And then also from books, so hard. I really like Charlie Lionheart from The Lady and the Lionheart by Joanne Bischoff. He's really cool. It's very sweet. And then
No, I haven't read the book.
yeah. And then I like Riley from her book To Get to You as well. Lawrence and Chester Stoning from Brothers at Arms.
And the list could go on.
And I like Millie a lot. And then like also Violet Travilla. So it's there's lots.
See, movie-wise, I'm not as attached to movie characters, so I'm kind of gonna leave that one off because I couldn't think through that one. But for books, I love a lot of book characters. I love Annabeth from Annabeth's War by Jessica Grayson, and Sam from Catherine Reeves' Dear Mr. Knightley, and I love Logan from Kate's Innocence by Sarah Holman, who happens to be my older sister. That book is amazing, but Logan is adorable. So, yeah.
Abby asks, unicorns or dragons?
I like unicorns. They're cute and adorable. And yeah.
Dragons, definitely dragons. I think they're a lot of fun in stories. J.R.R. Tolkien said that it's not a good adventure story without a dragon. I don't necessarily believe that.
I don't believe that one at all, but
it's just proof that dragons are
and nobody
really
uses
cool.
not many people uses unicorns anymore, so I feel like it'd be a cool challenge to like write a story with a unicorn because you'd have to make it interesting because they don't have any magical powers or anything. You'd have to come up with something. I mean, I wouldn't read a book with a unicorn in it.
Peter rides one in Narnia though.
Okay. She asks, "What's the most epic cooking failure you've created?" Not to sound prideful, but we've never really had a cooking failure. Because,
it just, I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't say like I'm a master at cooking. Definitely not. And I prefer baking over cooking. But like the worst thing that ever did was I ruined a batch of Snickerdoodles. I think I added too much sugar and they bubbled and like turned really nasty, and yeah.
But like by the time I got to cooking, you know, I'm the youngest, so I had a lot of people watching it. And the worst I've done is like left out an ingredient, and we've always been able to add it back in. So I've never really had a complete failure, which makes I feel like sounds prideful, but it's really not. It's just it
hasn't happened.
It just hasn't happened. I'm sure I'll do it someday, and when it does, I will tell you all about it. I promise.
Jane asks, what's your opinion on beetles?
I don't like beetles very much. Just they're kind of gross. And like, I saw a beetle like about 1.5 inches, maybe like that big. I thought that was pretty gross.
That is.
I don't like
Yeah,
beetles.
I'm not a huge fan of bugs. I mean, again, I'm not like afraid of most of them. But yeah, beetles and I don't get along.
Sarah Grace asks, what are 3 things that you are totally opposites in? I am very outgoing. She's very shy. Well, until you get to know
At
her.
first, yeah, like I'll meet somebody and I'm pretty silent when I first meet people. Like, I mean, I try to make conversation, but it's just, it's not super easy for me. But then once I get to know you, I talk a lot.
And I talk to a lot of random people, so I think that's a big difference we have.
Very differing opinions on food.
Yeah, we're very opposites in food. Y'all are probably gonna get tired of that, but we are. Let's think of another one. I know we had one.
Oh, wait, okay, so Michaela said that she's kind of like almost like to the point, kind of blunt.
Yeah, very
And
blunt.
then for me, I kind of if anything, I will state something too nicely to not hurt someone's feelings.
Yeah, and I think that could be like boiled down to she's sensitive, and I'm not. Which I love her sensitivity. It's so sweet, and I don't come across as very sweet to most people.
Yeah, but it kind of, I mean, like,
It evens out though.
it
That's
kind of does even out because, I mean, being super honest is good, and then, you know, like,
being sensitive is really good.
yeah. So I just like,
I think that's part of the reason we're such good friends is that we even each other out with all these differences. So
yeah, and then like, yeah, it's just something to work on. Okay. Allison asks, what part of a kid's movie used to scare you?
okay, I actually couldn't think of one on my own. I had to call my sister and ask her because she remembers all these. I don't. So there was this movie called Rock Candy Mountain. It was about these kids that get to go up on this mountain made of candy. It was really, really, that part was fun. But then there was like this man made out of cotton candy and he had like eyes. It was super creepy. We had to stop the movie because Rebecca and I were so freaked out. Rebecca's my sister, I'm sorry. And yeah, that one gave me nightmares. I hated that movie.
Yeah, I got a nightmare watching The Little Mermaid. From watching The Little Mermaid, Ursula, and the cave and her just creepiness. It kind of scared me.
Abby asked, tea or coffee?
I like both, but definitely coffee.
I hate coffee and I love tea, preferably iced. But I'll drink hot tea. Iced is just better.
Yeah, but yeah, see, so opposites with coffee. Ellie asks, what's one food that one of you loves and the other hates?
Wow,
Back to food.
yeah, a lot. A lot. She likes coffee. I hate coffee. She likes, pineapple on her pizza. And I don't. She tends to like sweet stuff. I tend to like salty stuff.
I mean, I definitely like salty stuff a lot, though. Like,
Yeah.
I put a ton of salt in my food.
But like, I don't like sweet and salty mixed. And
I will eat sweet and salty.
yeah, so we're really, really opposites on food.
And she'll eat a lot of spicy stuff, and I
Yeah.
really I like very little spice.
I like
or
spice.
it's too much.
Yeah, we disagree on food so much.
Just a few more.
Okay. Jane Marie asked, "Are you a fast or slow reader?"
I'm kind of a mix. I think I'm probably medium. My sister and I think even my mom might read faster than me too. My sister and my mom. So, yeah. I mean, it also depends on if the book is really gripping, because then I can move faster.
I'm a pretty fast reader, mainly born from the times where I have to like get a book done before I get somewhere. So I read pretty fast. Not as fast as my mom, who can read insanely fast, but yeah, pretty fast.
Okay, Allison asks, favorite planet besides Earth?
I like Mars. And I also really love Pluto, because like Pluto and its moon, sometimes like Pluto's there and the moon goes around it, and sometimes the moon is in the middle and Pluto goes around it. I feel like they're like playing tag or something. It's so cute.
Yes. I would probably say Saturn.
Sarah Grace said, how did you two meet?
Good question. So, okay, when I was 14, I was kind of in a book slump. I was really looking for good books, and I'd been reading some romances, and I was getting kind of tired of it. And so I was friends with Michaela's older sister, Sarah, on Facebook. I'm not on Facebook anymore, but when I was. And she replied, and she said that she could send me a bunch of recommendations. And we got to talking a little bit, and she said that I sounded a lot like her younger sister, and that she would tell her to friend me on Goodreads.
And Sarah had been talking about the KF for a while, you know, because I had been in a slump too of I hated romance books. It was just like, why does everybody write romance? I'm a kid, I don't want to hear about it. Well, you know, like 15-year-old kid. But still consider myself a kid sometimes. So I friended her on Goodreads like the very next day.
Yes.
Which apparently she wasn't expecting.
Yeah, it actually surprised me. I was like, wow, this is really cool. She was really fast.
But I was really excited that somebody else had the same book taste as me, because I don't share book taste with a lot of people.
Yeah.
And so like I friended her, and then we messaged on Goodreads for a while. I actually don't remember who sent the first message.
I think you did.
Okay. It doesn't really matter. We talked a ton, and then we went to emails, and then we like sent letters, and she sends like beautiful like 4-page letters. They're gorgeous. And then we did like Skyping and calling.
And texting. And
yeah, lots of texting. And then like
she's here.
This month I got to come up here to Washington to meet her. This is pretty cool. So
is it my turn?
Yeah, I think it's your turn.
All right, last one.
Yeah.
Last question, guys. All right, Allison, the last song that you listened to?
I think the last song I listened to was Love Broke Through by Toby Mac.
And I actually remember for sure what was the last song that I listened to. Unless we listened to somebody in the car today. But the last one that I remember is Let It Rain by Matt Carney.
We did
It's
listen
a good
to
song.
something on the way on the car. I think it was...
What did we listen to?
It was
I
Mandisa.
sleeping?
It was Mandisa. Yeah, we were both like sleeping, so I think it was Mandisa's Out of the Dark album.
Yeah.
I don't remember what song was the last one, but we did listen to that. So
Yes, we both
we're
listened
not
to that.
precisely sure, but there
Some of
you
those-
had it.
those.
So there you had it, y'all's awesome questions,
Yes,
all
thank
answered.
you so much.
Yeah, these were awesome questions, guys.
Yeah, and I have a little bit of an announcement. If you followed my blog somewhat closely, you would probably know that I've been wanting to start a new blog for a while now. And I finally have the design all up. I have the URL. I am going to get it ready. I haven't started blogging on it yet, but
She will
I
soon.
will. And
it's gonna be awesome, guys.
thank you. But yeah, so if you're interested in that, I will eventually be posting a link. I'm not exactly sure when, but
And
be on the lookout.
And I'll put the link on my blog too when it's up, because it's gonna be really cool.
Yeah.
So, thank you so much for all the
Yes,
questions.
thank you.
This has been really fun.
It was
and
awesome.
We're sorry about how choppy the video is. We're still figuring out some things about our cameras.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
learn new things every day. But hopefully it won't be too bad.
Yeah. And
And-
thank you again.
Yeah, this has been awesome. So,
All right.
bye.
Bye.